They chose to play first. This hand is a little bit too slow. It has our land drops in it, but it doesn't have anything else. I think we just mull. It's kind of the same hand, but I kind of don't want to go down any lower. I'm just going to bottom probably the Emperor, I'd say. And then we'll just play our lands. Maybe get out of this Luxe Knight creature, or we just hopefully draw another creature. We're on the draw anyway. This deck's kind of like Affinity, where you want the critical mass. Forest into. Ooh, so probably red green monsters. Naming green. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna play this tapped since they go. Hopefully we just draw a creature next turn. Okay, repurpose that. At least if we're able to get off the ground, our Luxe Knight Breacher will be very strong. Well, let's just play our spells out. I'll play the leather armor. Yeah, we'll play the leather armor. And just pray they don't hit this swamp. Interesting. It's a good, really good card. Cooked art though, look at that cooked art. Ooze Brushwog. What the hell is a Brushwog? Answering the real questions here. Let's just deploy all the dinguses really. Maybe we should have mulled a 5. That is potentially what we should have done. Yep, adapting, just getting him for 9. Oh, I mean, it's not lethal. It's very close to lethal. Jesus. All right, land. I mean, we're just dead anyway. Oh, so good, Uncle Buddha. All right. I don't want too much against them. I think on the play, we could take the sprawls. I kind of just want to run it back, to be honest. Alright, we're going to play. This hand is better, so now we can go. I mean, we're still going to go recruit into just like probably leather armor and then refurbish familiar, and then we'll play the Mage's Rod. But this hand's definitely a lot better than last hand. And then hopefully we don't get cast into fire That would be atrocious. Yep, the old Arbor Elf. Good old fashioned Arbor Elf. So let's play the armor. Let's equip there. Let's play the Refurbished Familiar. And we'll get in. Boarding party, let's go. The next turn we'll just go Rod into Bone Splitter, hopefully. I mean, this could just be a Wrathing Chrysalis, and then we're in Disaster Town. They've named red, so I feel it's coming. On tap, on tap. Oh yeah, that 4/4. Yeah, that's okay. I think here anyway, let's play the Volta Whispers, and we'll still play this. We'll just get in for 2. It's got tramps, doesn't it? And then next turn we just move everything onto. I think we will just still attack like this. And then next turn we'll move over. If they attack with that, then we have a lot going on anyway. Yeah, it's just a 4-mana 4/4. Adapting, yep. And honestly, I think we're just taking it. Go over Repurposer. I mean, we just take this. No reason not to. So, play a land. How much is that? Not that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got 1 card left in their hand, so I think unless it's an Assault Strobe, so I think we attack with everything. See how they want to block. And then just thinking, what is 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's not lethal, so we'll just do that. And then we'll pass, I reckon. Let's just pass. They basically just need a 9, 10. It would have to be a Assault Strobe or like a giant Nyx-Born Hydra. And they would have played the Hydra last turn, I believe. And they didn't, so. Yep. Is this the end? 9, 10. I mean, it is if you have Assault Stroke. I have lethal on the crackback though. I'm just going to attack with everything. And I don't need to do anything because it's Xaxes. Yeah, okay. Maybe they just thought they would just toast anyway. We should bring in the Thraben Charm, so I will. I guess I will. I kind of want to keep a lot of the stuff though. Like refurbishments are good. Guess we can cut the impros. They're not as good, and probably a breacher because it's harder to get to that mana. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Just try and get there with some flyers and disruption. I mean, hands are right. Should be able to almost get a turn to refurbish familiar, but we need to untap land, but that's okay. We'll keep this still. Indestructible lands are good against the deck that does just destroy target land, so. Look at Arbor Elf or Utopia Sprawl. That is good for us. So we'll just play that and tap to pass. And we'll still lead with the Ardent Recruit. Alright, so they drew the Utopia Sprawl. I mean, green. Okay. So now, I mean, we can just play the Ardent Recruit and then we can play the drum. Still not enough anyway. I think we just play everything else out. Let's just tap. 72, yeah. We just play the Golem-Skins. It just allows us to do a bit more, you know, and then we can play the tap land and play Refurbished Familiar and keep up Thraben Charm as well. Hopefully still get in for 3. There it is, the Fabled 4/4. And while they're tapped out, I think we just get rid of it anyway. So go tap land, we'll play a familiar, and then white, tap this, white, cast, deal damage, in for 3. And then next turn we will hopefully get in for 3, we'll get in for 2, then we'll play the Lux Knight Breacher. It's fairly ish big. Your other Utopia Sprawl. Name in green. And let's see what they play. Just a giant creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit out of Outsoar range. Chrysalis, that's a good card. It's a very good card. So it looks like we're not attacking with either card. But we will be able to play a Lux Knight Breacher. So that's what we will be doing. I mean, Thraben Charm's good, but we'll just play that on a follow-up turn. Let's just play Lux Knight Breacher. We go this 8/8. Hello 8/8. You'll be attacking next turn for us. And we'll likely just be, hopefully, Raven Charming this Chrysalis. Just a giant Nick Spawn Hydra. A boarding party. The haste doesn't matter as much though. It'll be a bit scary. Or de-glamour. That's pretty good. Wonder what they'll use that on. And that shuffles back in, doesn't it? Yeah, it does shuffle back in. I still like my spot here though. Having an 8/8 I heard is a good spell to have. Because even like, it handles, yeah, it's bigger than Altosaur as well. Yep, you can hit the drum. I've done what I wanted to do now anyway. And then I think we attack with everything and just see what they do. If they sack the Scions, that's what I ideally want them to do. If they sack the Scions with a double block or something like that, then that's what's the name of the game. Yeah, let's just... The other thing as well is I could just play this Bone Splitter and then improvise. Well, I'm going to play this first and then we'll attack with everything and see what they do. And then worst case scenario, we'll just Raven Charm the Chrysalis. Otherwise, yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, it would be exactsies. I'm quite still happy with getting in with everything. Depending on how they block, I think we could be in business. Yeah, that makes sense. I just want to see... Yeah, like, I guess I could have played it a little bit differently. But I think it's still the end result is... this is the... yeah, not boarding partying. So you, just quickly, if you go improvisation on here... The 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's not lethal. Let's just destroy this Chrysalis. So we're only losing 2 life here, and we're forcing this Scion to go away. Go to 14. And then probably a Golem-Skin's our best draw, because we can improvise and hopefully get there. I don't want to see any more Cascaders. I want to see lands from them. That's what I want to see. Lightning Bolt on my Ardent Recruit. So mean. But that's, I'd rather them draw a Lightning Bolt than something else. And then this is... Ooh, it looks big. It looks big. Oh, I'm on... Alright, well it's indestructible. So that won't do anything. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm with you, dude. I don't know why they made them indestructible. I think that's absolute bull crap that they made these artifact lands indestructible. And now, I think we have a bit more of a clock, which is good. I just want to draw Golem-Skin Gauntlets, honestly. Okay. Well, here, let's just plug everything onto here, because we have the mana. And we'll attack with both. Let's get in. And then technically next time we have lethal with the Battlefield Impro. They have to block this, otherwise they just lose the game. Assault Strip doesn't do it, but we still need to stop these blockers getting through. There we go. All right. So this is just a quick wrap up. This is, yeah, I played a couple games. You just saw that game before anyway. Probably what I'll change different to this deck is actually I felt like I needed one more land, maybe two more lands. It gets a bit more interesting of what I'll cut though. This idea of the like Snipe Breacher, you kind of feel like you want to have some level of evasion in it. So we could run some evasion potentially. It just, in terms of I guess what else is in the deck, it makes things a little bit worse. So I'm kind of thinking it's fine for now. Probably need to try a couple more games with it first. I would probably say moving some level of Thraben Charms over into the main deck might be pretty good as well. You could cut probably some of these Darksteel Axes. You need probably a way to get these Golem-Skin Gauntlets as well. It's a shame there's not really anything though to do that, but that's okay. The improvisations were interesting. Again, I'm running 3 because you only really want just the one. You don't really want to draw multiples of them. But they were fun. I would have won that last game anyway in that last match of game 3. All in all, I think it wasn't too bad, but it probably needs a couple more reps, I think. But I think it's a good starting point. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the Battlefield. Siege Ryan here. We have another Pauper video. This is a little bit different. I was basically just walking home from work and I was just like, I really want to play Battlefield Improvisation. I don't know if it's a good card. People have probably tried it when it first came out in Assassin's Creed. But I had this idea of a Glintblade-esque shell with some bounce effects and some good creatures and a bit of Metalcraft. And then I thought, hey, Luxnight Breach was pretty good in my other White Weenie builds. Maybe that's another polar opposite that this deck can use to essentially go full egg in one basket with artifacts. And then also, if the artifacts are all in play and they've destroyed all your other creatures, you can just drop a giant Luxnight Breacher and just smack face with it. So this is my first kind of iteration. I've done the land count essentially is pretty similar to my other list. Like the other Luxnight Breacher list, I'm running like 4 Vault Whispers and 4 Ancient Dens, and we're just running 4 Gold Mine Bridges, and then the rest is a split between the plains and the swamps. There's more white than black in the main deck, so that's why there's 4 plains, 3 swamps. I am running just a very cost-efficient artifact, so Bone Split is obviously the best one for that. And then following that, I'm just running 2 Darksteel Axes because they're just the 1 mana plus 2 or so as well. Of course, we're running the 4 Golem-Skin Gauntlet, so this is essentially where the deck gets its big beefiness from, making things like Glint Hawk or Ardent Recruit or this Refurbished Familiar, Black Mage's Rod, the recruit that goes onto it, actually a passable threat. I am running these leather armors just to try them out. I like it because it has Ward 1, so the idea that it could just cost 1 mana and then you can just equip it for free. So it's good because it's the free equip for the Golem-Skin Gauntlets, because I think you want that nice interplay between, you want equipment that actually does something, but you also want some equipment that is free to equip. So your Golem-Skin Gauntlets actually get somewhere if you're not drawing your Battlefield Improvisation. Outside of that, I'm running the Spring Leaf Drums. I feel like they just work pretty well when you're running like Ardent Recruit and trying to get Metalcraft early, and then it allows you to play Refurbished Familiar pretty consistently on turn 2 and Luxnight Breach, especially if you get these good artifact lands and Ancient Dens and Devolted Whispers. You even get to a point where you can get a Glint Hawk out and a Refurbished Familiar out on turn 2 with the Springleaf Drum and just, you know, really get the beats on and the disruption on early. Outside the sideboard wise, because we've got that equipment suite, we are running a couple Trailblazers Torch, because I think this card's pretty good, and the fact that we can bounce with Glint Hawk is also pretty good. I'm running 3 Shrivels just because the mono red rally list has been running around a lot, so I want a way to handle that. This sideboard in general doesn't have a lot for burn decks, so I'm hoping it doesn't get too destroyed by it. There's always like artifacts and random enchantments and stuff that we could use to help pave the way to survive. And yeah, we're running these 4 Thraben Charms in the sideboard because I just wanted something where ideally our decks like Affinity, just want to destroy them before they destroy us. So I don't really want to worry about disruption. Our disruption is player removal essentially. So yeah, I put them in the sideboard when things slow down a little bit more and we want that disruption and they have more interaction against us. So yeah, just running 4 here. Again, maybe this could be in the main deck, but this is what testing is for. And then 3 Dust to Dust just because of the Affinity matchups. It's always good to have Dust to Dust around. So let's just try a match with this and see how we go.